So Guy, tell me a little bit of the history of HWM.
Yeah, there's a remarkable amount, Chris, to be fair, in terms of the history. We're a business that's been trading since 1938, but where we started was in motor racing rather than selling cars and being a car dealership. So we originally became a business to construct race cars.
This has been your HQ for a long time, and tell me about the way your dealership works, because obviously some or most car dealerships these days seem to be part of larger businesses, and there's a handful of large corporates running them. How does yours work?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So there's been so much consolidation in the motor industry, and it's dominated by large groups that do certain things very well. We're quite unusual in as much as we are a privately owned family business. Our ownership structure hasn't really changed across the last 60 or 70 years. And so now we are the only private family owned Aston Martin dealer in the UK. And that's great. We feel it allows us to offer a level of service and an approach to business that really suits the brand that we represent.
How are you able to maintain that as a business?
So I think what we're lucky to have is, first of all, a great bunch of people that work for us, and there is a superb atmosphere in the business. There is a great general attitude to work, and that overall ethos is easy to manage when you've got just under 50 people working for you. I think, if we had 40 dealerships, we'd probably dilute what we have, but currently, with our size, we're able to just ensure that everybody's kind of aligned in their approach. And
that makes perfect sense. I think, well, certainly in my experience, it has come across, and if you guys weren't here, I would be worried about what I'd do next. Tell me a little bit, as I walk around the showroom, and I'm here quite a lot, you always have some amazing special, some unique cars, some incredible historic cars, and some amazing bespoke cars. Tell me a little bit about why you seem to have so many different Aston Martin products here than what's really the latest stock models.
Yeah, absolutely. So we sell a lot of the core cars, and it's a huge part of what we do. And a core car, Advantage of DB11 or DBS, they're really special cars. But then Aston, of course, have these limited production runs of cars that are just out of this world special. And we as a business have this history of dealing with them. So even back to the first special collaboration that Aston did in the 60s, the DB4 GT Zagato, of which 19 were made, super rare car. We sold the last 3 from HWM. And those cars worth £5,000 to £6,000 in the 60s, and today are worth in excess of 10 million.
Wow. Okay, that's an impressive number.
It's incredible, and so we've had this history of dealing with these special cars, and throughout the various iterations and generations, we have always sort of had this name for delivering them and dealing with them, and it's something that we love to do. And whenever you visit HWM, not only will you see some very special core Astons, but then we've always got something extra special and extra rare knocking about to look at too. And I think that makes a visit always that bit more interesting.
Absolutely. No, I love it. I mean, I feel like a child in a sweet factory wandering around here. So, and even better, I get to take most of the cars out for a drive.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've noticed at the front today is a large green van, which looks like a kind of AMR paint job, and it's called the Flying Technician.
Yeah. I
do know a little bit about the Flying Technician because I had a little chat and a little look at it before we came over today. But do you want to just chat about what it is and why it is in existence? And does anyone else have anything like it?
Yeah, so it's pretty unique at our end of the market, and the concept was we thought there's got to be a way that we can move our service forward to the next level. And what we've done with Flying Technician is we have allowed us to bring our capability to service your car to the customer. So what we thought about was there might be customers, one, who are just busy at work. So if you're at work, you can have the Flying Technician turn up, you hand him your key, he does the work on your car, services it, and hands you back your key and you drive home in your same car at night. So there's no hassle. Or it might be that you've got the most beautiful car that is always super, super clean, valeted within an inch of its life, and you don't want it to go anywhere, and you just want somebody to come to your garage, to your home, service the car, and then pop it back in the garage again. So it's great for that. And we also have a good number of customers who keep their cars in storage and so on, and we can just go straight to the storage company, service the car, they don't need to worry about anything, and you don't have this logistics issue. So it's proven really popular, and it's something we're really proud to offer as really a unique service from HWM.
And I've not seen anyone else offering this type of service in the luxury market direct. I'm going to have to ask you a difficult question. What is your favourite all-time Aston, and what's your favourite current model?
Okay, so my favourite all-time is one that's personal to me in the dealership. It's not cheap, it never was going to be, but it's the Aston Martin V600.
Oh, very nice.
So what I love about that is it is, for those of you that don't know what the V600 is, it's a super low production car that started here with one of our customers. So it's a creation that began at HWM. And it is a wide body Vantage with a naturally aspirated V12 engine, which sounds incredible, and a manual gearbox. It's super involving, actually quite under the radar, which I like, but more than anything, it's just this creation that we were part of the journey in terms of development. So it'll always be special. So that's my favourite of all time, no cap on cost.
Yep. You work in the dealership. You run the dealership. You can drive any car you like. So
why not?
You can choose any expense.
Exactly. Why not? And then from our core lineup, I love Vantage.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a trend here. I love Vantage. I love the manual gearbox as well. So Vantage is available with a manual gearbox, and I think Vantage is super quick, great fun, it's practical, and with a manual gearbox it kind of adds that extra layer of involvement. And there aren't many manual gearboxes available these days, so there's a few manufacturers that are still championing manual gearboxes in the sports car world, but they're getting smaller and smaller all the time. So I think it's great that Aston are still offering it as an option.
Yeah, brilliant. So it's a double Vantage. Choice one, choice two.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I drive an Aston Martin Vantage, so I can wholly support your view on what is a brilliant car.
Yeah.
So, Guy, tell me about the future of Aston Martin for yourselves. You know, there's a lot of change that's been going on historically. Masses of new product coming to market. When I say masses, as in completely re-engineered, fantastic quality products. The DBX is sitting outside, I can see. How do you see the future panning out?
Well, it's interesting. There's no doubt that Aston have been through some turmoil over the last 12 months. It's a brand that I think in general people have a lot of affection for, but something different needed to happen, and it feels like with new leadership, with Stroll and Mowers, we are going to see some significant changes in the business. I think they're very sharp and smart operators. I think they know what needs to be done, and it's interesting that already we are seeing significant changes. So, for example, we can't get enough cars now, so supply is limiting, which is great because that's going to push up resale values. It's going to help customers' overall ownership cost, and I think that's brilliant. I think that's exactly where the market needs to go. I think they're at the point where they are reconsidering what the product plan is going to be for them moving forwards, but they recognise that the lineup that we've got at the moment is exceptional. DBX, they're blown away by, and I think really they're just thinking about how they move the game on. And I think they've also got some other challenging projects that they've taken over, such as Valkyrie coming to the back end of its life.
Yeah.
And that's the most incredible car. It's a bit delayed, but you know what? When you're pushing the envelope as much as Aston have with that car, it's going to be worth the wait. And yeah, we have a good number of customers looking forward to taking delivery.
Excellent. Thank you very much.